Hello and welcome to another episode of Culture Look. I'm Peter Grobler and you are watching Culture Look. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this video. And today we will be talking about a particular show called Elite. Now Elite is a Spanish teen Netflix series that is currently in its fourth season. There's supposed to be a fifth season, but it mainly is about the students of a particular school called La Encina. Now I hope I'm saying this right, but many of the storylines here aren't discussed in regular day life, and that's what we'll be taking a look in for today. Now, if you have any other suggestions for any teen Netflix shows or any other shows in particular, doesn't matter of genre, then please make sure to comment down below and tell me. If you like the show, please tell me, and also, let's get into it. Religion is something that often comes up in our daily lives. Either someone mentions it or it is briefly discussed as in a topic, but no show has shown representation in religious difference than Elite. Now I'll explain this in a minute, but with religious difference I do not mean people having a different view or opinion on a religion, but simply I mean people who come from different religions and different beliefs. One of these characters that I think, while it's not expertly portrayed, is the character of Nadia. Her brother Omar is also a Muslim, but I'm mainly focusing on Nadia. She is a young Muslim girl going to a school that doesn't quite understand her religion. Now this is most prevalent in the first episode of the show, where she is called to the principal's office and told that she cannot wear her hijab, the scarf around her head. This is seen, according to school, as a religious accessory, and they claim not to have anything against her religion, but school rules apply for it. She points out this commonality that the rest of her classmates simply wear bracelets and earrings and school bags with them that are also called accessories, but they do not budge, and she is forced to remove her hijab. All the while this story isn't portrayed accurately, and neither is it perfect in any way, it is still some sort of representation. Although I will say it is a bad trope for a character to have to remove or change a piece of themselves to be ordered to fit in, as she later finds a brief romance with one of the boys at the school. She finds love with a boy called Guzman, and this is played by Miguel Bernadeu. I'm butchering his name clearly, I'll put it up here, his name up here. Nadia is, although portrayed by Mina Halmani. I'm also butchering this name, so please excuse me for that. But the point that I'm trying to make is that although she later also finds love with another boy that is of her religion, this does although changes. Sexuality is deeply explored with Elite, and this is something that we see throughout the entire show's run, and this is, for one particular character, it is something that or two particular characters that they struggle with and go through. The character of Ander and Omar, they are both a couple, but throughout the show they struggle to, accept themselves, and Omar at one point, because he's a Muslim, fears for his safety and his family. He even gets kicked out, which is the ultimate fear of any young queer person. But this does turn itself around, and he does try and find love. Now, I will say that this love is successful, but the trials and tribulations that they both experience are something that between Omar and Ander, they do experience this together, and together they grow. But this also makes them grow further apart. I'm not going to spoil what this is, but there's one particular part that I do think is quite a beautiful story, or a story that isn't often played in the audience or played on TV. Sexuality also comes into play with the relationship variance of many characters. Now, in all 4 seasons, there are attempts of having a relationship with more than 2 people in it. Now this polyamorous relationship of a throuple is very in depth in the characters, as in the case of Elite. We see the characters, six separate characters on different occasions, turning to the relationship of a throuple. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, but I will be briefly mentioning who gets into these relationships. So the first throuple that is in season 1 is of the characters Perlo, Carla, and Christian. Now, they are from the very start, or from early on in the season, they are a throuple, but they do later break up after Christian. But these relationships do end in tragedy, and unfortunately, this is the case for both of the thruples. Now, the second throuple that I would like to mention is between Perlo, Cayetana, and Valeria. Now, we can clearly see that Perlo is in both relationships, but I'm not going to speculate on whether he prefers multiple partners. Not my place. But these are from the 3rd season. They become. It is from the 3rd season when they start to have a throuple relationship, but unfortunately this does come to an end when when one of them dies. Sorry, spoiler, but I did mention one earlier in the video. Now, other relationship variants that do happen is between the characters of. Is between the characters of Malik, and he has relationships with 2 characters. The first character is Nadia. He has and while they do not actually get together or have they're together for a long time, we do see some sort of attraction in them. Later on, we see the same with Malik and Omar, but these two do not last long either. So it seems like Elite does try and include characters of different sexualities, making them either bi or bisexual or pansexual, or whatever their preferences are for more than one gender attraction.